The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
This is likely to be a very strong economic rebound.
God, how long have we been hearing that from them? Since 2008. And yet, 13 years? We have yet to hit an annual economic GDP growth of 3%. The last time we grew 3% was in 2005. What are you, nuts? And the trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars they are throwing at this economy, it's not growing the economy because the money's going to the wrong areas of the economy. The social programs. There lies the problem. It's unbelievable. If this recession turns out to be just half as severe as 2008 financial crisis, do you know what would happen? It'd be unbelievable. Corporate debt could increase to $15 trillion from now the current $10 trillion. That's almost what? That's about 38.9%, 40%. Just use 40% around of the total corporate debt. What are you, crazy? These company bonds that they're holding on to, think about this. About 33% of the S&P 500 companies are in such deep trouble they can hardly make their interest payments. And the bonds that they have are triple B rated bonds. That's the lowest rate you can get. But if it's such great debt, and accounts for more than 50% of the market. Now compare that in 2008, it was 17% of the market. What are you, nuts? We are just being lied to every day. It's just incredible. The stock market and our economy, its growth, it's been uncoupled from the day that they introduced quantitative easing, stock buybacks in 2008. That was a scheme to screw Main Street. The market just crashed. We're going through the crash. The top 1 percentile and their partners, the top 10% of the population, they were going to take care of themselves. The Federal Reserve, the Congress, members of the representatives and Senate, part of the top 10%, top 1%. They were determined to get wealthy with the support of the government. They didn't give a damn about us on Main Street, and they still don't. We've never had a rebound. They point to the stock market as, wow, look at the rebound. For who? 10% of the population? That's it. 10% of the population. They get all the benefits. Everyone else is suffering. But see, they point to the stock market. And the stock market and our economy just pull them apart. They're not coupled. Not for the past 13 years. They don't work together. The politicians in Washington, together with the jibber-jabbers on these fake business news networks. I don't care if it's CNBC, I don't care if it's Fox, I don't care if it's Bloomberg. They make up whatever they want about what our economic growth is going to be. I love it. It's just amazing.
The economy is recovering, and it's recovering at a rapid rate, and the profits growth are going to be very, very strong.
We're going to get nominal growth in the U.S. economy this year, maybe 10%, maybe 7 or 8% next year.
We're going to see a big boom at the end of the year, and that's going to mean potentially GDP growth of up to 7% for 2021. Do you think that we could see 7% growth in GDP 2021?
I think that's very possible. We could grow this economy at 4 or 5%.
What happened to the 7%, Larry?
It looks like it's 4-ish. I'd be thrilled if it was 3+. We are getting 3. I still think by the second half of this year, we can get back to a 3% growth zone.
It never happened. Since 2005, we have not hit an annualized GDP growth of 3%. They're totally lying. And here's Kudlow trying to count.
So help me out here. I got 3 plus 4. That's 7 plus 2 from the...
Unbelievable. You can't even count. Larry Kudlow. This is unbelievable. Stock market and economic growth. They're so uncoupled, but you can't tell people that. They have taken parking space and Main Street's head. There's a stock market. That's the economy, and it's not. They can do that because they think that the folks on Main Street sit on the longest stupid bench in the world and will suck it all in and believe it. Well, they don't. They don't. They can make up all these GDP numbers they want. The reality is there's not going to be a 5, a 4, a 3, a 10, a 7, not even a 2. If they're lucky, it's going to be 1. American Rescue Plan. Wow, don't you love these names? Homeland Security, the American Security Effort Program, the U.S. Bangabana Effort Program. I mean, CARES Act. I mean, I'd like to meet the guy who puts these labels on. He's a professional liar. Just think about it. The fake Business News Network and members of our Congress, they deceive us purposely by intentionally mislabeling the stimulus packages. How could you mislabel the stimulus package as an American Rescue Plan when they're not rescuing America? What they're rescuing is the top 1%, the top 10%, and themselves in Congress. That's what they're rescuing. Or they label it as a sweeping pandemic relief package. What? This $1.9 trillion? 9% of it went to pandemic. You send $300 billion to Colorado, to California, to San Francisco for the homeless. Are you kidding? I told you that story. I think I did last week. They sent them last year $350 million. They said, boy, if you send us just $350 million, we're going to make sure that we're going to reduce the number of homeless that are sleeping in cars and vans. And that would be good. And we're going to reduce the overall homeless rate. Just send us the $350 million. Well, they did. Well, the number of homeless went up 40%. 17%. 17%. And those living in vans and motor vehicles went up 45%. Now they're sending them another $300 billion. That's a sweeping pandemic relief package. The money they sent to the Kennedy Arts Center, that's a sweeping pandemic relief package. Life support. Let me tell you, this stimulus is not any rescue plan. It isn't. It's to get the rich richer. And they think they're going to raise taxes on them, and it's going to hurt them. How stupid can they be? You don't ever hurt the rich by raising taxes because they're not on fixed income. They're not on wages. You tax them whatever they want. They can just double, triple it with one trade. Unbelievable. We'll be right back after this break here.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. What we're seeing in the market, I told you be careful. You got people that are jumping back in to big tech again. And most of these people have no idea what they're doing. Now, NASDAQ's down about 17% for the year. And people are just jumping back in left and right, thinking they're going to be millionaires. These are people who have not been in this market since these things took off in 2013. They're jumping back into Apple, which, by the way, is down again today. They're jumping back into Facebook, which dropped from yesterday's high of, or let's see, Monday's high of $299, say $300, rounded off. Today has already dropped to $283. It's unbelievable. 6% drop in a couple of days. Apple, again, it's dropping again since. Remember, he keeps saying, buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip. How would that worked out for you? This thing has dropped already from $127. It's now down to $120, dropping again today. They're all dropping. These things have dropped 5, 6, 7% since they told you to buy them on the dip. You can't do that. Because, see, the smart money, they're rotating out of those stocks. Because you had the 10-year Treasury yields going up. But 99.9999% of the people don't even understand what a Treasury is. They have no idea what a Treasury is, what a bond is, what happens, how they relate with stocks and so forth. They have no clue. That when somebody sells their bond, especially the Chinese or the Europeans, which are unloading left and right, the interest rate goes up, called yield. And when the yields go up, that kills big tech. It kills big tech. When you've gone from 58 basis points last August to 172 basis points the other day, and you're in here thinking you're going to be a genius and buy these tech stocks, when you've gone from 58 basis points, we'll round it off, we'll even it off, to 165 basis points. You got to be out of your mind. And you can see, I've made sure my members, I said, instead, let's get into the stocks that are just the old-fashioned, mundane stocks, growth stocks. I mean, not growth stocks, just the old value stocks. People just jump in and hold forever, like Costco. Now, Costco, take a look at Costco. Now, Costco dropped from $392 around November, went down to about $300. Then started to move from 300 to 312 to 315 to 320. But we waited until we got a signal where it turned green, telling us the institutions are starting to buy it at 328. See, they didn't buy it. They weren't putting money in at 327. They didn't put money in at 325 or 320 or 312. Even though the stock was going up, Costco, they weren't buying. The stock's being pushed up, but they're not putting money into these stocks. The market maker pushes those up. Painting the tape, they called it in the old days. So a stock can go up artificially because the market maker, if you have 4 letters, the market maker. If it's 2 or 3 letters, it's called a specialist. He's in charge. He can decide where he wants to post the price of that stock. So if he tries to get people to stop selling it, he'll keep posting it higher and higher. But the problem for you people who have charts that the candlesticks are green and red, green and red, green and red, you have no idea what's going on. You see the stock Costco going up. One day it's red, the candlesticks, next day it's green, then you get 2 red candlesticks, 3 green, and you think, oh, okay, it's going up. And you have no idea that you wake up the next morning, it's on its way back down. What I did with my charting, what I call my Pro 2, and nobody has a chart like this because we designed it, patented it, trademarked it. It tells you when the institutions are going to come in and start buying Costco, when they're bringing in enough money so it'll sustain itself. So when it was at the low of on March 4th or March 5th, it was at the low of $307. People wouldn't start buying it. Well, they are their minds. Because they think, I better get in at 307 before it gets to 308. This is how most people think. Then more people came in and started to buy it at 313. I better get in 313 before it gets to 315. And so on. Then finally, it gets to 328. And finally, my chart, the algorithms pick up the institutions now are putting enough money in to sustain it. To sustain it. That means you cut your risk by 75%. 75% you cut your risk. That you don't wake up the next morning and it's down because you waited. Because you got a higher probability getting to 428 from 328 than you do from 300. But people don't understand that. Let me repeat. You got a higher probability getting to 392 from 328 than you do from 304 or 3012 or 312. Why? Because money's coming in. And between the low of 307 to 320 to the low of 328, yes, it was going up, but my chart told me there's not enough buyers. But now there is. So we're doing pretty good with Costco. So money is coming out of big tech and going back into Costco. Pepsi. I had him buy Pepsi the other day. Pepsi. Same thing. Started to turn green. We had enough money. We had enough money coming in. Around $135. It started to go up at 128, but we didn't buy it because it was still red. See, that's how you buy stocks. You follow the money, not the noise. The money. More stocks when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Join my gang, Phil's Gang, free for 10 days. You get the chart, the color-coded technology chart, tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to short, when to run like hell. And you get the membership for 10 days. I'm not going to convince you of anything. The chart will convince you to stay. Because that chart will tell you when to buy it, when to sell it, when to add to it, when to make money as it's going down. Now, if you want to listen to, instead of following the money, you want to follow these geniuses on the Fake Business News Network. Here, listen to this genius right here.
This is an opportunity to pick up tech.
Really? Okay, so let's see. So if you listen to her and you bought in January, if you bought Apple when it was at 130, when it dropped down to 130 on the dip, you'd be now down about 11, 12%. How'd that work out? Here's another one.
Every correction that we've seen, every dip has been a buying opportunity.
Really? Every dip's a buying opportunity? Really? Everyone is a buying opportunity? What are you, absolutely nuts? These people are unbelievable. These people are crazy. That's not how it works. I mean, it's insane. So if you bought Netflix following their advice, if you bought Netflix on January 25th, and that was around $569, Today, it's $523. How'd that work out? You lost 8% on your money. It doesn't work like that. You got to follow the money. You got to wait till the money gets in there. Push that money in. And we can follow the money with the right technology, the technology that I designed. The algorithms. That we follow the actual money. You got to wait till the money starts going into the stocks. Just like nobody wanted. Everybody was buying on a dip, listening to buy these tech stocks. Instead, all you had to do is go buy, just like we did, go buy Costco or go buy Pepsi. I know it's not sexy, but at least you're making money. Unbelievable. At the same time, what do you think? We're going to buy on a dip Norwegian Cruise Lines? We'll buy if it turned green, and we did. When it was around, it turned green when Norwegian Cruise Lines when it was around $24, and then we got out when it was around $33. That's a 37% gain. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 37%. What I'm saying, when it turned green, the buy signal, and then the sell signal get out, that's the gain. So maybe somebody picked up 10%, maybe 15%, maybe somebody picked it all up. But the beautiful thing, they knew when to get in and when to get out. 85% of you don't know when to get out. And here's something even better. It turned around, and it all of a sudden turned red at $32, which told us the institutions were pulling their money out. So there you are. So someone's buying. So let's say somebody was buying on the dip, that stock. Instead of shorting it, they got killed. We shorted it. Let me just look at, about $32. And today it's $25. That's a 20% gain. Again, I'm not saying every gang made that 20%. What I'm saying is every gang member who has that stock in their portfolio and put it on their Pro 2 chart, color-coded chart, saw the opportunity when it started to turn red. And that's when they should have started shorting it. Now, maybe some people waited 2, 3, 4 days. I don't know. But the opportunity was right there. Look, the stock market is not hard. What makes it difficult is listening to these people. Now, understand, we get deceived every day by the fake business news network. That's their intention. Because they want to make sure the top 1%, top 10% become more rich than they already are. This is not an American Rescue Plan. This is no sweeping pandemic relief package. That's all a lie. They want to keep this pandemic going as long as they can, because the more they have pandemic, the more stimulus packages they got to have an excuse to put in, the more stock market goes up, and who gets all those gains? The top 10%. You really think a $1,400 rescue plan you think $1,400 is a rescue plan? $1,400. What, are you nuts? Think about it. $1,400? That doesn't rescue anyone, especially the majority of households in the United States who have a combined income of $48,000. Majority. That's the majority of the homeowners. $48,000. Wife. Husband. Especially when you're making $48,000, and especially when 8 common monthly bills of these households are utilities, auto loans, auto insurance, cable, internet, mobile phone, health insurance, life insurance, the security alarm, blah, 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 comes to $1,298, $1,300. So $1,300 a shot of the $1,400 already. Now, that's before rent or your mortgage payment. They don't have enough money to pay it. 20% or 10 million renters are behind 4 months of rent. That's $5,600 they're behind. That's an incredible $57 billion that the banks are sitting there holding a mortgage on some building that has rentals, and the guy who owns that building can't make his payment. No wonder banks are in deep trouble. 28% of those living in trailers and manufactured homes are behind in their payment. 12% who live in single-family homes, they're behind in their payment. I thought this was a rescue plan. Doesn't sound like anybody getting rescued except those in the stock market. Because that's the whole idea. Rescue the stock market. They don't give a damn about Main Street. It doesn't help. Look, when 10 million less people are working today than before the COVID hit us in February 2020, think about it. 10 million less people are working now than in February 2020 before the COVID hit us. 10 million. Oh, by the way, the 6% unemployment rate is a total fake. It's a total fake. It's closer to 20%, not 6%. When you add back in those that they have labeled as discouraged workers, they don't count them because it makes the number look too bad. By not counting them as unemployed, you can drop it from 20% down to 6%. And there's 5 million more discouraged workers now than before the pandemic hit. Oh, the economy's fantastic. The economy's great. Everything's going to be wonderful. The economy is just really, it's booming. Really?
The economy is recovering, and it's recovering at a rapid rate.
How can it be recovering at a rapid rate when banks are in deep trouble? And the Federal Reserve is very concerned because the large corporations, take just the S&P, 33% of the S&P companies have historic debt of $10 trillion, which is almost 50% of our overall economy. That's a record, man. That's nuts. What are you, nuts? Rescue plan? You know what a rescue plan would be? If they stopped with payroll tax. Cut payroll tax. Payroll tax is just a terrible thing. Payroll tax, when you tax somebody on their labor, that's cruel. Especially for small businesses because they have to match. They got to match the Social Security and Medicare tax and the payroll tax, right? They got to match it. And that means they hire less people because it's so high. That's what they should do. You want a real rescue plan? I'll tell you what a real rescue plan is when I get back after I give you another nice stock.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and PhilsGang.com, you can. PhilsGang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With PhilsGang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to PhilsGang.com. PhilsGang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right, free. Just go to my site, philsgang.com, 10 days. The color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to add, when to sell, when to run like hell. 85% of you always lose money in the market, never make money because you don't know when to get out. That stops that. And not only does it stop that, now you start making money for the first time when the stocks go down. Very simple, very easy. In fact, listen to this. This guy says about Apple. He's asking a question here. Yeah, here it is. Go right here.
Do you sell an Apple? Do you take a loss on a stock like an Apple to move somewhere else where all the action is?
Absolutely not. Absolutely never.
Never, not, don't. Yeah, right. Okay. What a genius. Now, here's the thing. If you had a chart that identified for you when the big institutions were putting in money, which if you started when it was it turned green, Apple, I'll give it to you right here, at $113. $113. And then it started to peak, and we got out at $138. That's a 20% gain. Now, the next thing was all of a sudden it started to turn red. So when it turned red, you just switch your position and sell it because it's red. So easy. Just hit a button. Hit a button that says sell. Now the stock dropped from 144 down to 120. That's another 16%. So you made 20% on the way up when it was green, and you made 16% when it dropped because it was red. In other words, don't listen to these people. Listen to what he's saying to you. Never get out. Don't get out. Just stay. So when it's red, you just stay in and get plummeted. So while it's red, when it started to turn red, let's say at 144, now it's at 120 today, and it's still red. If it drops down to 104, drops down to 80, drops down to 48, he's telling you to stay in. So let's pretend you get in today at 120 because he's a genius and you believe him. And it goes from 120 down to 48. 120 to 148. That means you lost 60% of your money. Listen to what he's saying. He's an idiot. Listen to what he's saying. He's a dope. These are the people who are supposed to be the geniuses.
Do you sell an Apple? Do you take a loss on a stock like an Apple to move somewhere else where all the action is?
Absolutely not. Absolutely never, as a matter of fact.
Never, he says. Just stay in it. Here's what he should have said. I have a chart. It's called the Pro 2, Phil's Gang Pro 2 chart. It tells me at any one given point in any stock I'm in, what position I should be in. Should I be purchasing it or should I be selling it? So it doesn't matter to me. I could care less about the stock. I follow the money that's going into the stock. I don't think about it. If the money is going in, it turns green, I buy. If the money is coming out, it turns red, I sell short. It works. That's how you make money in this business. Right? What he told you is why 85% of the people lose money, because they don't know when to get out. He tells you to stay in. What an idiot. And he's on TV, so everybody thinks he's right. Talk about idiots or idiotic. Look, I want you to understand. This economic growth they're talking about is not going to happen. Why? Because all they're doing is printing. Printing. That's all they do. 4 trillion. Then 1.9 trillion. Now another 3 trillion. What does that mean? That's destroying all the dollars in your wallet, the purchasing power. That's driving the yields or the 10-year treasury higher. So when they're driving that 10-year treasury higher, those interest rates are going up, everything you have is going to cost more. But the problem is you're not getting a wage increase. And the dollars are contracting, not expanding. You can never have a recovery. We haven't had a recovery in 13 years. What they call a recovery is a propping up called QE, free money, propping up. That only the rich get richer. The Congress has intentionally deceived us by mislabeling it. QE. They kept telling us, oh, this is going to grow the economy because the very rich who are in the stock market, they're going to make all this money, we are told. This was in 2008. And they're going to take all that money, the top 1%, and they're going to plow it right back into their businesses, create more jobs, more productivity. They're going to buy all this new machinery and equipment. And so productivity is going to increase. Wages are going to increase. Economic growth will increase. All a lie. None of that money was plowed back into the business. They plowed it back into stock buybacks. They lied to us. They lied. But see, it doesn't matter. And please, try it for 10 days free. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Click right on where it says Working Investor. And try it for 10 days. Doesn't cost you a thing, and you'll see I'm right. Don't listen to them. So again, this stimulus that we keep hearing about, the QE we have, the stimulus we have, none of that's to help Main Street. They don't care about Main Street. The people in Congress don't care about Main Street. They want to get rich. They go to Congress, they all come out multimillionaires. And the millionaires who go to Congress, they become billionaires. Well, the guy at Main Street, who he and his wife's making $48,000, even $68,000, are barely getting by. And you're lied to every day. Every day you're being lied to. So, look, we're going to have, and we already are, in a recession. And it's going to be worse than 2008. And by the way, understand what's going to happen. When he says the economy, he said the stock market, this guy said the stock market's only going to go down 10% the most. Listen to this.
Markets will likely see a correction. I think that's beginning now. That may last 3 to 6 months. It may take markets down at most by 10%.
Boy, what a genius. He knows that? He knows that? I'm going to give him all my money. This guy's so smart. Well, let me educate him. If you take the dot-com crash, remember the dot-com rallied about 225%. The housing con rallied about 200%, 215%. This QE market is up 475%. When the stock market, when the dot-com went up 225% rally, and it came back down, it came down about 37% it lost. The housing con came down about 48%. We're going to come down. Is he kidding? 10%? We're going to come down about 70, 80%. He goes, well, how can that be? Well, because there's a big difference between the dot-con and the housing con and the QE con. Back then, we had interest rates of 6% on the dot-com. And we had 6% interest rate. I'm talking about the short-term interest rate, 6% on the housing con. That meant both those markets, when they dropped, we could stop them, slow them down, because we cut rates 25 times. You know what our interest rate is right now? 1/4 of 1%. We have no cuts. So that means the velocity of the drop is going to be like we never saw before, huge. No brakes. You can't put the brakes on. It's going to be huge. So you want to position yourself when that happens to make sure you're making money on that you're shorting the market. And we'll make sure that you're out of the market on time before that happens and switch your position to where now you're making money on the way down. Check it out. Go to my site tonight, philsgang.com. It's free for 10 days. I'm not going to sell you on the charts. Believe me, you're going to sell yourself. It works. Please remember St. Jude if you stay. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.